Okay, what is going on, YouTube family? We are back one more time. This is Jamal 999. This was a requested video, but y'all, I've been rocking with Jamal's music after I did, what was that, Time? Was it Time? I had like 2 songs of his in my phone prior to the first video I made. So this will be the second video I make of his on my page, but I've listened to his music outside of here. So let's get into this.
All art, Jamal was taken into police.
Hello? You just watch me money, you. God kill me, dog. That you never know, bro. Chopper done. Watch me account. Yo, Diamond Chris record. God kill me, my youth. Golf. Some of you stay and check every bum buckle and thing, my youth. Fully. You just watch me money, you. Tell poverty R.I.P. Believe. Money is all I see. How we live in high chop. Live in high chop, you know. Me too done to show ID. Remember we got cash.
Tell poverty R.I.P. because we live in the trap. You know, it's just a lifestyle, really. It's really just a lifestyle. Like, you wouldn't get it unless you don't get it unless you get it. It's just really how it is.
Fully done. VSOP 50 when time me pull up at the car wash. And a 3-9 me G when time me dog chip up on Glock. Anthony Pop, move. It was somebody got job. One phone call me G and me just make a million flap. And me soon double that. Me want buy one yacht. Rich forever and done like bad. 3-9. What you know about max out credit card, pay that back. Quick skull on the line, we ready for pay tax. No. Canadian goons and food at ear jacks. And a 5.2 go through the ear lock. Put my skull in a run among she favor. Go for money anywhere else some country era. And alone Benjamin bust down with Shearer. Amount of any and lobster and conch she pay for. 2 phone call like a dial and non-stop. Soon buy Benz, me dog, me non-cap. Grill.
What do you know about paying your maxed out credit card back? You don't know nothing about that because you haven't. But it's okay because what's happening here is a come up. It's not about bashing you. You see, I almost had you. You thought I was coming for you, but I wasn't. Y'all, Jamal, I feel like a lot of his music, I feel like why his music is so good as it's been, is because he's talking about real stuff. And not that these other artists aren't. I think it also depends on delivery, what you like to hear, things like that. But he's I was looking at something the other day, and it was talking about most listened to songs. I believe, was it in Jamaica? And I think 2 of his songs were on that top 10 list, if I'm not mistaken. Because I feel like he's got something that he's just got something. You know, everybody has their time to have something. He's got it. Okay. I partially watched his interview on the Fix. What was that? Like I want to say a year ago, maybe or 2. I'm not sure. I watched his interview, and you know that Dunce thing, talking about what he said something a moment ago about having the money and being Dunce like a vat. You know, obviously this is speaking figuratively about the way he grew up and what he knows, and people putting a label on these people who do certain things to make a living. And the point that I was trying to make was that getting to a point in life where you kind of you know there's greatness within you, but you're trying to figure out how to get to it. Getting to a place where you feel like you're getting to it and you're seeing things unfold for you that you expected, but you really are now like, wow, like look at, it's tangible. I'm holding on to this right now. It's actually happening. I think his music resembles that too. So let's keep going.
Span teeth and Rolex pan watch. Jill want steel pan stone and some black house. Designer slide with tees and some socks. Me decide me minor leads and broker. So me live pan the line la vida loca. And when me say game a fraud no poker. Tell poverty R.I.P. Yo, give me that one. Money is
when I say game, it's fraud, not poker.
all I see, how we live in high chop. Yeah. Me too done to show ID. Remember we got cash. Fully. VSOP 50 when time me pull up at the car wash. And a 3-9 me G when time me dog chip up on Glock. Anthony Pop, it was somebody got job. One phone call me G and me just make a million flat. And me soon double that. Me want buy one yacht. Rich forever and done like that. Fresh Monday we pull a million a foot. Yeah, wake up. Beard off, clean and ugly and a look. Big food jack down, you smell it a cook. It's a car man moment, me see where this a do. Then fat pussy girl I say she walk up at a book. Me say done, she say fully, so she show me the tattoo. You see the black GLE on it all and it a poop. Pull up on the pump at 20,000 feet up. Some capers say them chat, me wonder what them a chop up. Online I in a meal, me have the food, them a stack up. The on the line, I in a jail, me chop a food in a lock up. Them chopper ya nah no name, me tell you no fi look up. Who you think I get the blame when you turn out to be a cruff? Me and you is not the same, me nah no shame, no give a fuck. Me work for where me want, me mom miss.
He said, who do you think gets to blame when you turn out to be a cruff?
They no give up, don't tell me say me can't, me have to reach and it's a must. Tell poverty R.I.P. Money is all I see, how we live in a trap. Yeah, me too done to show ID, remember we got cash. VSOP 50 when time me pull up at the car wash. And a 39 me G when time me dog chip up on Glock. Anthony Pop, move, you know somebody got job. One phone call and me just make a million flat. I'm soon double that. No man buy one yacht. Rich forever and done like that.
Okay, y'all. Clean 10 out of 10 for this. Clean 10 out of 10. I'm mad I didn't do this when it dropped, y'all, because I literally didn't see it. Somebody had requested it. But 10 out of 10. Who? Number 999 signifies completion and new beginnings. I like that. See, if I were to get something tattooed, it'd be something like something with a little bit of meaning, you know, because you don't want to get any kind of tattoo. But we're not talking about tattoos, y'all. I like this. That line about who's to blame when you turn out to be a cruff. I like that because, you know, and listen, I think my interpretation might be right here, but you know, dang, what was I gonna say, y'all? Look, I'm all over the place. What I was gonna say was, the reality of life is you start off however you start off. Some people do not have a great foundation. Some people don't have great parents. Some people have parents who struggled and they watched them struggle. Parents were great, but they lived in the struggle. Or you were born into wealth and you have loving parents. But I think people don't discuss enough people who are born into wealth but don't have that lack that emotional support and all the things. Monetary things matter. Financial, everything matters. Like, we know money matters, but that all of the other things matter too when you're younger, to build you into who you want to be. And it all boils down to what you decide to do as an adult. But the way that you were raised, the things that you saw growing up and coming up, do influence your choices. And that is not an excuse for you being a cruff. You know, it's not you can go through the motions, you can have those times, but it's really up to you to say, I see things that I want. What am I going to do to get them? Are you just going to keep seeing things you want and saying, this is what I could do, but not do anything? I think a big thing that happened with a lot of people is that we plan, and we say, well, we'll do this when this happens, we'll do this when. We need to all be doers. And this is a note to myself also. There's a lot of times where I've talked about, I might do this when, I might do this when, I might, and never do. I want to continue to be a doer. So I think he talks about a lot of getting shit done. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all. 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Shout out to the person who recommended this. I'm so mad. I'm so late with it, but we're here now. Thank you.